All right, time for some PFT props. Week 1, Tampa Bay, 4.5-point underdog at New Orleans. Sean Payton said that Tom Brady's already texted him to say, you're the favorites. If you had to put money down now, the Saints at home with the Buccaneers coming to town, marquee game week 1, who you got?
I would take the Bucs.
The real possibility there'd be no fans there.
Exactly. Take that, into account. There could be a lesser crowd. There could be no crowd. Plus 4.5 feels like with no crowd, that line will absolutely change. So I'll err on that side. And I think the Bucs were, Tom Brady's not going to a team that was horrendous last year. Their defense was pretty good, and they have some incredible offensive weapons. What did they finish? 9-7 when a quarterback threw 30 interceptions. So the Bucs are going to be good. 7-9, but the Bucs are going to be good.
The Saints typically lay an egg or two early in the year as well.
True.
I've got that memory in recent years where it just takes them a while to get started. And if you do remove the fans from the conversation, and this FanDuel line of plus 4.5 for Tampa Bay, if there isn't going to be fans, I think that line's going to move quickly. And there was an item last week, I think it was in the Philadelphia Inquirer, Big Cat, about the impact of no fans on the betting lines, because the rule of thumb is 3 points for home field advantage. Right now, in some places, it's more like Seattle or Kansas City, but you get that bump if you're playing the game at home. You take away the crowd, that bump is going to change. Now, of course, the other team's still traveling to you, and you're not traveling, so there's some advantage there. But you take away the inability of the offense to run the offense the way it would like to run the offense, that's going to change the game.
Especially with Tom Brady in a new offense, new offensive guys, being able to talk to all of them in a place like the Superdome would be incredible.
And it's as loud as a playoff game week 1 if Tom Brady is coming to town to take on Drew Brees. That place is going to be amped up if they have fans in there. The NFL still holds out hope that they will be able by September to let people come to the game. There's some research being done when it comes to what it means to have the coronavirus antibody, and it could be by the time we get to Labor Day weekend, they'll be able to tell people, hey, if you test positive for this antibody, you're good to go. You can't spread it. You can't catch it. You are fine. Go live your life. Go to football games and go fill up stadiums. All right, what's juicier? Tom Brady's over-under at 29.5 passing touchdowns, or Drew Brees over-under at 30.5 passing touchdowns, Big Cat?
Ooh, I'd go with Brady. Again, I think Brady's offense has more overall weapons. Michael Thomas is up there for best receivers in the league, and they have a great running game in New Orleans, but with Gronk there and Mike Evans and Godwin, Bruce Arians, this is going to be, both teams are going to try to push the ball downfield, and I would take Tom Brady in this one.
Yeah, I think I will too. And the other side of it is, look, I know what I'm walking into, and I will do it consciously. You never know how much Taysom Hill is going to be on the field this year as the Saints begin to groom him. So
8:25 in the morning. It took an hour and 25 minutes before Mike Florio professed his love for Taysom Hill.
All I'm pointing out is there's a possibility that Taysom Hill will be on the field more. They're paying the guy $21 million over 2 years. There's a possibility we'll see him a little bit more, and that could eat into the statistics of Drew Brees. That's no hot take. That's just reality. How can you deny that?
Oh, a quick yawn. I tried to eat it. I can't deny it. But you love Taysom Hill.
I just don't understand how Taysom Hill became so polarizing for football fans out of nowhere.
Because he hasn't played as a quarterback in the NFL, and people are comparing him to Lamar Jackson and saying he's a franchise quarterback. It's not hard to figure out where this came from.
Speaking of Lamar Jackson, over-under pass touchdowns, 26.5. Last year, he led the league and I believe tied the all-time Ravens franchise record at 36.
I'll take over. I'll take over because J.K. Dobbins is going to be a guy who changes their offense even, they already ran the ball so well, but he can catch the ball, and I'll take over. I think another year under his belt, he'll see the field a little bit easier. I think he will have, 30 touchdowns, I'll say.
Yeah, look, I agree with you. He had 36 last year, and that was when he was running a lot. I think the longer he plays, the less we're going to see him run because he's going to develop as a passer. He's going to see the field better. Now there'll be designed runs, but you become less inclined to rely upon your God-given athletic ability and escape bad situations if you think maybe if you just wait another second or two or buy some time behind the line of scrimmage, Ben Roethlisberger style, you're going to find a guy open down the field. And I think we're going to see that transition, especially if teams become more committed to devising defenses aimed at shutting down that run. It's going to create more opportunities in the passing game. So I'm surprised 26.5 is the number. That seems a lot lower than it should be considering he had 36 last year. Also, what's more likely, Lamar Jackson leads the league in touchdown passes again, or he leads the league in rushing yards? He was 6th in rushing yards last year.
I'd say touchdown passes again. He didn't lead the league in rushing yards last year, and like you just said, I don't think he will run as much. I think they'll probably try to start, protecting him a little bit more. So, and it's, the two things go hand in hand. As he gets further in his career and he feels more comfortable throwing the ball and reading defenses and doing all of that, his need to run will be lessened. So I think it will go higher likelihood that he will lead the league in touchdown passes like he did last year than lead the league in rushing yards where he was just 6th last year.
Football is coming in just a few months, and I am convinced they will be playing this year. Until then, there are other sports this weekend. Let's have some fun with those. NASCAR Coca-Cola 600, pardon my take guest Denny Hamlin, plus 900 to win his 2nd race in a row. Your thoughts?
Well, pardon my take guest Denny Hamlin on today's show, also guaranteed victory, so take it.
Yeah, I can't. Look at that mask. Oh, my goodness.
So funny. So funny.
That's the thing about the masks. It just unleashes a new level of potential creativity for people. I think it's awesome. That's a great mask. Yeah. Do you wear a mask when you go out in public?
I do. I absolutely do.
Yeah. I don't go out in public, so it's not relevant to me. Although today I've got to run some errands, I think. I have a couple of masks to choose from. I have one with little footballs on it, and I have one with little baseballs on it. I wonder which of the two I'll choose.
Don't do the baseballs. Then someone might actually ask you about, baseball, and you won't know how to answer.
Exactly. All right. Bundesliga, the German soccer league that is playing games with no fans in the stands. Bayern Munich versus Eintracht. That's probably how they say it. I'm not mocking. I'm trying to do justice to the Eintracht Frankfurt. Plus 700 for a draw, plus 1,400 for a win. Do you care, first of all?
Yeah, I do care. I've been betting the over in every single game blindly. So, yes, I care. I will take the over, whatever it is. Just do it. I just like turning on the TV and seeing a ball move on the screen.
What's the over-under for a soccer match? 0.5?
No, stop. It's 2.5, 3, 3.5, right around there.
3.5? No way, 3.5.
Yeah,
it's every game's 1-0. I've heard 1-0 more times than I've ever heard any score combination in any other sport. 1-0.
You're a hater.
All the time.
You're a hater.
All right. There's a little golf this weekend as well. Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning, minus 220 against Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady, plus 170. Who you got?
Ooh. Who do you think is better? Do you think Tom Brady's better than Peyton Manning? How does that one break down?
I assume Peyton Manning's better at golf because Tom Brady's obsessed with football. When the hell does Tom Brady golf?
Yeah, true. But
how does he ever get good enough at golf without putting time into it, time that would be taken away from his ongoing obsession with football? Peyton Manning, what else is he doing?
At that price, I'd take the underdog just because, it's a fun match that doesn't really mean anything, so take the underdog. You know what I mean? Why would you lay that much with a favorite when it's like who even knows what's going to happen? Who knows how these guys are at golf?
I hate to agree with you, but I.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.